This week's episode is brought to you by Cake Chemistry Cakes.
Cake Chemistry Cakes has officially launched and shipping is available nationwide. There are 6 different flavors to choose from. I know my personal favorite is the Funfetti cookie. What about you, Solomon?
I will have to go with just the normal chocolate chip cookie. It's a very elevated traditional chocolate chip, and probably my favorite part is the crisp edge and that soft, chewy center.
I'm here for the CBC, the cookie butter cookie. That one has the infused cookie with little milk chocolate chips. It's so good. For all the cookie lovers out there that are interested in buying, check out the website and make your purchase. You can use our code, He Said, We Said. That's all together. He Said, We Said at checkout for 10% off your order.
Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kiera.
This is Leah.
Solo.
And you are tuned into He Said, We Said. We are back again the last September Sunday.
Yes.
Next Sunday will be October, and y'all know I'm here for all the vibes.
Let's just not act like it hasn't been good vibes already. It's been a great week.
Wow.
It's been what?
It's been wild?
Nah, just crazy with like working.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I will say weather-wise, I have not been upset. This last week, I'd say starting Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, I think Monday.
We had a nice cool front come. Projections that I've seen 10 days out looks like we'll be staying in the mid to low 80s.
Yeah, I think it might rain on a couple of these days.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
But if it brings on regular, like steady temps, we're good.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go to Dallas this upcoming weekend. So
Are you
I'm
gonna
hoping
go to the
it'll be
fair?
even cooler. You know, I just might swing through just to get a corn dog.
Wait, so was the Grambling PV game this weekend?
Yes, it was. I think PV won.
Wow.
I don't remember.
Damn, that came around quick. So when is TSU's homecoming?
It should be.
Is it this week?
It's like the first.
Wait, it's this week?
Yeah.
Saturday?
You know, I think
Saturday?
I did see a fucking poster.
It's
for
October 1st, right?
Yeah.
Second.
How am I missing both homecomings?
Get it
Well,
together.
I'm
That's what she's
missing that one.
saying.
Oh, when is that?
That's
23rd.
October, yeah. What's really going on? Why is TSU doing it early too? Aren't they normally around Halloween, give or take? Maybe a week or two before Halloween?
No, it's been like it's been like beginning to mid October for TSU.
Second or third weekend. Yeah, because
the second or third. Ain't that a week or two before Halloween?
Now you said around Halloween.
Run the tape back, okay? All right. Well, I guess I'm just going. It was meant for me to participate in homecoming this year.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it. So
What?
I haven't heard anybody talking about homecoming.
Look, now John over here, he stepped in real quick.
He did. He did.
Have they
when
been
homecoming
about
was.
Who's coming? Who's performing? Exactly.
Oh, you don't know? You're gonna look it up.
Okay, so you will swing by at CSU's homecoming.
Yeah, I'll catch the parade for sure.
Just let me know how it goes. You know, if it's something I need to attend, let me know. I'll be here.
Keep my ears open.
I mean, look, I don't have plans. If you're talking about swinging through, I might try to join so I can make sure I'm with an alumni when I walk through.
Right.
Dang. Well, on that note, I will go to the fair. I will get that corn dog. That'll be my ounce of joy.
So not turkey leg, corn dog.
It's a turkey corn dog.
Okay. You know, every time I've gone to the fair with people from Dallas, I eat Kiera because I really don't just be out there. But y'all love that corn dog.
It is legendary. If you are from Dallas or if you've gone to the state fair, you know you got to get a Fletcher's corn dog. Like, I promise.
I think I've gotten it one time and I was just like,
Oh my God, that really hurts my spirit, y'all. This corn dog is delicious.
Mustard, huh?
Oh, you know it. I got to put ketchup on there too.
No, you didn't eat it right. Just put a little bit.
It's a fact. Oh, and they have deep
try it
fried
again.
Everything. It's so good.
I still need to try that deep fried Snickers.
That don't sound good.
It don't, but I just remember one year it was just like.
Look, they be deep frying everything. Everything.
Right?
I think I had it was some kind of Oreo with chocolate chip cookie dough, and then they fried it. And I was just like, it's a little bit too sweet.
It's a lot.
I had one bite. But that's the thing. It'd be so expensive. You take one bite, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't even want this.
Look,
yes.
That's the thing. Growing up, it would always be a thing to figure out what's the new fried thing. So it'd be like, this year they got fried Coke, or this year it's fried butter. And, just random stuff.
I am an old lady. Fried butter.
I know, but it's actually kind of good.
Is it?
Of course, I've tried it. It's basically like think of like a roll. I can't even describe it. It's literally not fried butter. It's like bread, but it's like a buttery bread. So it's sweet.
So
it's
like
not
one of them Golden Corral buttered
Think of like a buttery donut hole. Like a sweet buttery donut hole. So not so dry. It's hard to explain, but it was many moons ago. Someone ordered it and I tried it and it was good. So
okay, that would have to be the condition. I wouldn't buy something like that.
Oh, absolutely not, absolutely not. But yeah, I'm not the turkey leg girl, but my dad and my mom are. So we always would get one. But it's as an adult, if I go to the fair, I'm not gonna get it.
Now I love turkey legs, and the time that I went out there, I think I got one, and I was so disappointed. I was so
negative Nancy on the stage.
I was so disappointed.
It's all good. Rodeo be here in March.
Soon. No, I'm playing. No, I cannot even say if I've ever gotten a turkey leg at the rodeo. But because with track and stuff, I have turkey legs probably every other weekend, during the season. And so going out there, it's But but out there, I guess because it's mass, they do it maybe so early and it's just sitting out there, so it was dry. I don't remember about the flavor, but it was dry, and I was just like, okay, this was maybe we went too late in the day for me to try it. I don't know, but I was like, okay,
you make a good point. I think one of those times we went, I don't know if this is the same time, but one of the times we went, it was really late. That was the latest I had ever been at the fair.
I think that's what it was.
Okay, that could be it. Because I remember, that thing used to be juicy back in the day, but, they could have also lost their, you never know.
Whatever vendors they got out there.
Look, because we used to go to the fair every year. Every student, you would get a ticket to go. So you'd have Monday off. It usually would be Christopher Columbus Day or something. Indigenous Peoples Day. And so but since I've graduated high school, I have maybe gone to the fair, I'll say 5 times max since I've graduated high school.
So I'm about to change the subject really quick because you said that. Have y'all watched Will and Grace?
With my mom years ago.
I've seen maybe a handful.
So yes, back when, right? I was on yes. So I was on the plane. They had the reboot however long ago. And that was the show that I was watching. And it's so funny because them coming back, they was kind of borderline and a whole lot of stuff that they was saying. But everything they were saying, they were correcting themselves. No, I'm sorry. I meant African American. No, I'm sorry. I meant literally and it's funny because they're just funny people, but I'm sure in real life it's come on.
So it's a reboot with new characters?
No, it's the same people.
It's the same too. Okay, damn.
It's the same people, so it's they're kind of they give you a slight catch up to what they've been doing over the past years, but it's yeah. Somebody got married, somebody got divorced. So it's same old.
Okay. Wow.
But I just thought that was so funny because literally every 15 minutes, it's they correcting themselves. Yes, because I think it came back in 2016 with all that.
I think I do remember that reboot happening.
I don't know. It was cute. I haven't finished it.
Reboots.
Okay.
Wonder Years was actually.
Was it good?
I've been meaning to watch.
I was just all right, I at least owe myself to. And I was like, okay, I was here for just the family, Black family in the 60s, and so you had the racial tension here and there, but it didn't just beat you over the head with it.
Okay.
Surprisingly, didn't hear any of the N-word.
Okay.
But
how was the soundtrack? Was it good? Did they have music playing? throughout the episode?
Damn, you know what? I can't even really remember. Of course there was music playing, but I don't. Oh man, I don't remember it being just like, oh shit, yeah. But it wasn't bad neither.
I think you would remember either of the extremes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I wasn't upset with it or just like over the top pleased with it. But it was solid, more than solid. Like I was like, okay, I might fuck with the next episode.
My sister said she cried.
Oh.
Or teared up. I don't know what I did not watch. Yeah. I don't know the context, but if she cried, I'll probably cry. So
it was well done.
Okay,
that's all.
What was the opening theme? Is it the same song? It's not. They chose a totally different song. That was like the best part of the show.
Yeah, no. That wasn't that.
Okay. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch too. Okay. Let's move on into some mess for the week. We'll just start with an update. Last week we talked about Nicki Minaj and my hypothesis of her deflecting from her biggest problem. And one of those problems actually did an interview with The Real. I cannot remember her name. I want to say her name is Jennifer. But she is the victim of Nicki's husband. Well, yes. So I actually learned about what exactly happened between the two of them. Did you guys look into it?
I watched the clip you sent.
Okay. So yes, for those of y'all who do not, to make a very long story short, when they were teenagers, I think 15 or 16, they did not know each other. She claims that they were riding the bus together. And then at some point, he put something behind her. I think it was a knife. She was under the impression it may have been a gun. And so he took her into this, I guess, abandoned house, and he raped her at knife point or something like that. She was able to throw some saline on him or something along those lines. She went to school because she was on her way to school. She went to the school. She said what happened, and that is how he ended up getting arrested and convicted. Yes, and I think it was first-degree rape. I think that was the charge.
How old was she? Do you recall?
I think they were 15 or 16. Okay. She may have been 16. He may have been 15. Something like that. He spent 4 years in jail for this. And so yes, that is what he was convicted for. And those are her allegations. Okay. So yes, after he got out of prison, he registered as a sex offender in New York. He had been living in New York for all this time up until maybe 2017, 2018. He was pulled over for, I don't know why, but the officers saw then that he was registered in New York and not registered in California. And he was a California resident. And so that is why he was arrested. And that is why Nicki or I'll just say Nicki, would like to get her to recant her statement because it'll drop all the charges. And then I'm sure too, with her being married to a sex offender, her address will become public, and she is a public figure. And of course you don't want your address out there. So that is why she and her team allegedly have been harassing the victim.
I'm sorry, girl.
That's doing a lot.
I'm sorry. I mean, but you knew who he was. At the time that y'all got married, it was very public knowledge that was happening. So it kind of sucked. I mean, not that any time would be a right time, but it's like, why are you doing this to this girl now? Like, she's already, he's already admitted to it.
Let me also add this. So Nicki and this man grew up together. They knew each other during this time. She knew, in real time, right? There was some allegations that they were dating at that time when he allegedly did, well, not allegedly because he was convicted, but when,
he probably been feeding her his innocent. I'm innocent. Man.
Who knows?
This whole time, and she probably ate that shit up.
Ate it up. Maybe so.
Or why else?
Had to be. I mean, she had to have.
I don't know. People
at the time loved it.
Well, and she said
all the dudes in the world.
You can have anybody, literally anybody. But she too has put out statements saying like they were in high school and they were kids, like she has tweeted stuff about this, basically saying y'all need to leave my man alone. Like it was a long time ago.
At this point, why would she recant anything from like 16 years old or something like that? Like, girl, what? Why are you making me relive this?
We would not be here had he.
To, Maybe thinking everybody got their price.
Put money in her face.
A lot of people probably would.
I'm sure. I mean, here's the thing. I could even understand if you are somebody who this happened to and you have been living paycheck to paycheck, you're poor, you're using government assistance. If someone throws a few $1,000s in your lap, a few $100,000 in your lap.
I'm going to need some.
No, I get that, but we are also coming from a place of, not necessarily rich because we're not, but like we don't have the same struggles as somebody who may be living in Section 8 housing or something like that, right? So I'm not saying I would, I'm just saying I could understand somebody being tempted to think, okay, I can leave this life, just put out this statement, knowing that it's false, but you're going to give me $500,000, $1 million, whatever the number is, right? I could see why somebody may do that.
I definitely agree with you. It's almost just like, girl, if you were gonna try to do this, if you was gonna get down to bribery and all that, you probably should have did it before you put your man on a pedestal, made him your husband, doing all this stuff. He already got this. Right, well, because of what she was saying.
Fucking team.
Because, well, I would think, okay, my thought process, if I were Nikki, you need to register. I need to have 24-hour security. I need to hire 24-hour security in my address. But you know what, too? I don't know for certain. I think sex offenders have to live in a certain, not in a certain, that
they're not allowed to live in certain
parks, schools, right. And so putting that into, well, you could have a ranch. Like go live in Santa Barbara with Oprah and Tyler Perry and have your own, acres and stuff. It don't make no sense.
I don't know. I can't comprehend because I'm not in her shoes, but it just seems like, she has the access and resources to kind of deal with this without bribery.
Yeah. Well, and then too, if you're going to bribe somebody to do something, you need to cut the check. $20,000. What's that? It's disrespectful.
Nicki Minaj said what? No,
you want to sing happy birthday to my niece? I don't want nothing to do with you, girl. No, that's not enticing. So
no.
So
I need some hush money to where I ain't got to do nothing else for the rest of my life. If you talk about
that part,
not that I would do it. I'm just saying.
But no, seriously, for me to consider.
Yeah. Give me something to think about.
Yeah. No, for sure. Also, because the victim was feeling as if her life was on the line, basically. That's why she came out. So Nikki, allegedly, her team gave her $20,000. The victim declined. And so they said, you should have taken this money because now we're going to use this money to have somebody kill you, basically. That's what she alleged.
That's what she said on TV. Now, the other question is, I wonder why she chose that specific platform.
I do too.
I wonder because
CNN, where you at?
Because if you're, I don't know, I ain't gonna discredit The Real, but they seem like a fun kind of show. Like I don't know if I would bring up those allegations, but it's almost like the culture that that knows about this is probably tuned into that show, and so maybe that's a piece of it.
And maybe they're trying to be more serious. Maybe they're trying to be like A View, where they have more.
Man.
Maybe trying to move that.
Maybe
probably
so. Bidder. I don't know. But you need to get Barbara Walters. Somebody sit down.
Dateline or something. I don't know.
Somebody. It is interesting to me. Even like a Good Morning America, segment. But no one has really been talking about this. Like we got the thing with her and the cousin, and the media really took that and ran with it. But they don't really seem to want to touch this, which is interesting to me. So again, like we said last week, I'm sure this story will continue to develop. We will keep you guys updated on it. While we brought up The View, there was an awkward moment on the show where they had Vice President Kamala Harris as a host, but right before they were getting ready to bring her out, the producers got on the intercom and was like, hey, I need Sonny and Anna to step off the stage. And we later found out that it was because they tested positive for COVID. So I don't know.
How strange. First off, how do we start? Why would we daily test and start filming before we get the results?
I know if I was the makeup artist, I would have been sick.
If I was on stage, if I was at the table with them, wait, you said they what? Wait.
Huh? I'm out of here.
But then you need to test everybody. At that point, that's
I'm assuming
on the set.
I'm assuming they did, but you know, the conspiracy people out there, like they knew Sonny was about to give it to Kamala.
Oh, is that what it was?
They had been hyping her appearance that whole week, low-key the week before. And so I was disappointed. I didn't watch the episode. I just saw the clip, but I was disappointed. I didn't even bother to watch because, I mean, I love The View. I've been watching for years. Joy and Sarah, they're good, but they aren't going to ask the questions that need to be asked. Low-key, Anna is good too. So the fact that the two of them were the ones that had to leave.
That's what the people saying.
I might need to put on my tinfoil hat and be with them on that one.
Look.
I don't know. Okay, let's talk about Border Patrol. We have Haitians who have been sitting at the Texas-New Mexico border. Is it Del Rio?
Del Rio.
They've been there. It's been a few hundred, or has it been thousands?
15,000.
Okay,
15,000, really?
13,000.
I know it had gotten up there.
Mm.
And so there was all sorts of images that came out. One in particular of some statesmen on horses with whips.
What are these, Texas Long Rangers? Border Patrol.
I don't even know. It didn't look good. I know that the Biden campaign or Biden's team, whatever, they were just like, I don't know the context, but there's really no way to explain this or whatever. I'm just like, Biden, you need to get it together. You really want to be the president.
Look, you would have needed to respond to that quicker than whatever it was. Because the thing is, like, when I heard about it, it's like, no, all that campaigning you did and all this targeting towards the Black community, you gonna let somebody on with some whips? You gonna let that image circulate before saying something? Like, when you saw it?
Immediately.
Come on.
Yeah.
It is kind of conflicting because, you know, when you had Trump in presidency, you had the whole
kids in cages,
people being kept at the borders, and with saying that we needed a new regime and the next president won't do this and that. And of course, here come these Haitians, and apparently these people have been trying to escape from Haiti and making their way to America since like 2010. So like whenever they had that earthquake or whatnot, they fled Haiti. They went to like South America, like Brazil, and they've been living in Brazil. And I don't know, I'm guessing, you know, Brazil isn't any better. And they're like, socioeconomic status. Let's
work our way up.
These 15,000, that's what I'm saying. How do you get 15,000s to track their way through South America, through Central America, all the way up?
Wow.
Like there's been reports saying that they knew that they were coming. You know,
they
like, you don't
had
have 15,000 people. So once they got to the border, then that's when all hell kind of broke.
I mean, who put in the order for the whips?
Why do we have whips?
Where'd you get them from?
Some people are saying it's just the rings and it's the photo shoot. Because, I mean, have you seen the video?
Potentially. I have not watched the video.
So it's just a video of people just coming back and forth across the river. Some people trying to, you know, run around the horses. But
sorry. Why you say it like that?
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These are people essentially trying to escape poverty, trying to escape, the country that really doesn't have anything to provide for them to live off of. And we're just like, no, you can't come here. You know, despite, you know, not being their fault that they're in the position that they're in, you know, but that's a whole other episode.
I thought you were going to say despite the country opening themselves up and like welcoming.
No. I'm just saying the way that Haiti was kind of like forced to have to repay their debts after winning their, you know, independence. And then all of a sudden this is just pretty much backlash from all of that, from all those years. And it's just like, clearly we're trying to, you know, seek a better life due to the conditions that you all have brought upon us.
Yeah. It's all very, very sad. My heart goes out to Haiti. I mean,
but the people in Mexico have been trying to, you know, I've seen video of them helping them at the border, trying to feed them.
That's good.
So, I mean, they understand. But,
there's a sense of humanity there.
Yeah, they understand the struggle of wanting to just seek, you know, a better life.
Yeah.
Needing to cross the border and being, you know, stopped and apprehended at the border. So, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just really insane. I'm not understanding the logic.
What do you do with these 15,000 now?
I don't know. They gave the people who came from Afghanistan some money, a few thousand, may even been like 10 or 20, but don't quote me.
And that's the outrage.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I thought you were gonna say. Despite the country opening themselves, like they even said, I think Austin, Texas is like a space, I guess, for like a certain number of Afghans or something like that. And so it's just like, so we are okay with a certain subset, and that is
like
the
a black thing.
That's the exponential outrage here.
And I mean, I ain't trying to be shaking the table, but there are some Christians, usually white Christians, who kind of talk about Haiti and Haitians and say that they are cursed. I mean, this is kind of a known thing, but they talk about how the country is cursed and they're X, Y, and Z because of they made a deal to the devil. Just a mess. I don't know if y'all have never heard that. No. There are some people who believe that Haitians made a deal to the devil. That is why they were able to win the revolution. And since then, they have been paying the price. That is what some people think. And based off of events, and there's always some mess with Haiti. If you believe that, you have support for your belief. Right. Yeah. Right. So that's what some people do believe that. And so they're just like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with Haitians.
But see, the crazy thing is it's like, all right, I get the European countries not wanting to help. You know, they've not been wanting to help for the longest, but it's like, dang, like no African nations or United Nations, nobody.
How about this? Haiti shares the island with the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Why? But if you really want to talk about it, Dominican Republic. That's why I refuse to ever give my money to them directly. I do not plan to go on vacation there. Seems like a beautiful country. Absolutely. But if you have seen any sort of documentary talking about the tension between Haiti and DR and what DR does, period, within their own country with Black people, you would not want to step foot there either. So, it's a lot there. We're going to move on to missing white woman syndrome. So, Gabby Petito, I don't know if I said the last name correctly, but she was missing for some weeks. Her fiance was a suspect at hand. People were thinking because they went on this like road trip across America. And to make a long story short, he came back without her. And so no one was able to get any sort of response from him. He was not cooperating with authorities. And so, he refused to cooperate.
Well, I guess I'm just thinking, how did you think that was going to play out? You going on a trip with her and not coming back with her? And what?
Yeah.
You're not going to cooperate?
Yeah. She's been missing.
He probably just came back to pack up some stuff and he was on his way out.
Well, because I think he may be missing now. I don't know. At one point he was missing. I don't know if they found him.
So he was missing.
Like after they were trying to, So he I guess tried to have a plan B or something. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
So yes, they have found her. As a matter of fact, I think it was a blogger who just so happened to stumble upon. It may have been like a van or something like that they recognized because of all the coverage. And so they, somebody who was filming their own content. And so, they discovered the body. And then after forensic stuff was done, they did determine that it was a match. It was indeed Gabby. So rest in peace to her. I'm sure that the family has a bit of relief to know that she's been found, but it's unfortunate under, the circumstances. But back to missing white women syndrome. We have had a lot of conversation about this case because we have seen this before many, many times of a white woman of a particular type, usually petite, blonde hair, young, pretty. And when they go missing, it becomes national cover. Yeah. I mean, what was the girl who was missing from Aruba about 20 years ago? I don't even remember her name, but I just saw Natalie.
Oh my God. Yes.
I do not remember her name.
I don't know.
There's been a few of them though.
But there was that Iowa State girl
because I was in some other random city and I saw her at gas stations. Yes.
Yeah.
It's always.
But it's never I hate to say that when you said that they're usually white and attractive, it's like, they usually are attractive.
They are.
Sorry for the unattractive.
No, but I mean,
we know pretty privilege is real.
It is. It is. And I'm sure it's used as like, I don't want to say a scare tactic, but like, if this could happen to this kind of person, just imagine what could happen to you,
white girl.
Made good grades, maybe was a cheerleader.
Angel, pure white.
Okay, but I'm not trying to look, because at the end of the day, this girl, it is unfortunate that she is dead. Yeah. But yes, that is kind of what they do. So anyways, there was a gentleman, a black man, a graduate student who was wanting to become a doctor. His name was Jelani. Jelani Day. He had been missing for quite some time, and his mother had been going on different outlets, specifically CNN, and just saying her frustration was seeing how Gabby essentially had a couple days of coverage and they were able to discover her. And
August, or something like that.
Her son has been missing since August, and we did not hear anything about it. Now, here's the kicker. I listened to an interview that she gave, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and she had just found out that they found her son, but they had found her son two or so weeks prior, like at the beginning of September. Right.
And done the testing or something like that? Or the dental?
They had to do some stuff because his body was so decomposed. But she said that during the whole process, they were not really like sympathetic or anything like that they were very rude, that they were not gentle with her. And so she just feels that her son just was not given any sort of respect, that the family wasn't giving any respect. And she it's a shame that we have to do this, but she was like, my son was not a thug. My son was a graduate student. Yeah. He took pride in his grades and his GPA. He and my daughter both wanted to be doctors. And so they would have competitions with one another. She mentioned how he knew how to swim. And so they found him in a lake.
And he was driving where? Like to some small town in Illinois or something like that?
I don't even know. But she feels like they're just going to toss this out as, him committing suicide or something. She was like, my son would never have done anything like this. So she's speaking out, and hopefully she can get the closure that she needs to with this and that they take it seriously. But that basically kind of sums up the missing white women syndrome. How for any of these other cases that we have of people of color, Black people, Hispanic, natives that go missing, you never know.
Across the timeline, my cousin is missing.
Yeah.
Missing. Isn't that one cook's son was missing?
What cook?
Who's the cook? She's on social media. Black chick. Is it Angela or?
I thought she's a cook. Like she had her cooking show, or
her name didn't start with an R.
She's like the cooking something. Her son was missing for like a few days, but then they found him.
Okay,
or something like that. Yeah. They found him, but of course, there was no details like where. Like she was just like, "Yo, we found my son." Just keep, thank you for the prayers, but it was just like, people just be missing.
Speaking of, I hate to transition because this is very serious. And this one is a little wacky. So Kelly Price, you guys may know her as the songstress. She has written some songs. She sung quite a few. It came out a few days ago that she was missing. So the story is her last post on Instagram was July 29th, and she posted to say that she had COVID. And so, excuse me if I don't follow this story as it's supposed to be, but I'm under the impression that her family called the hospital to check on her because they hadn't heard anything. It had been about 3 weeks. And so they told her that Kelly had been discharged and they did not know anything about it. And so they've tried to get in contact with her boyfriend. He wasn't really giving any information. And so they were under the assumption that she had been missing. So then maybe about a day later, her attorney came out and said that Kelly is safe, that she is not missing, and basically you guys can go on about your day. Well, her sister has been doing some press and basically is saying that she does not believe the attorney and that she needs to hear her sister's voice directly in order to be able to, be at peace with the situation. I think there's been a new development since then, I heard somebody say that Kelly is intubated. I don't know. This is the thing. We have HIPAA, right? And so we don't They can't disclose certain things, and that's why people are assuming that's why the attorney is speaking that on behalf of her. But the word on the street is that they think that she may be in like ICU, intubated or something, and she's not able, like that she's not
able
well.
to communicate.
So like she's not that she's not missing. So then but she's not necessarily okay. I do. So then she
got discharged and then went back to the hospital. Is what it sounds like.
Well, they were saying that. When she was discharged, she was not healthy, that she was still sick.
Okay, I did see that.
And then she had to go back
in.
Okay.
That's the... I'm sorry, just telling y'all. We ain't got the facts. We don't have the facts. But to be fair, the story is a lot. Really
every other day you see something. Like, that is definitely the wacky piece of this. It's like, okay, where's the boyfriend? Because give the family some straight answers. Like, even the attorney. Why am I getting the public statement?
There's a lot of shit going on.
Why would you give her family?
Which one is it? Which one is it? So I don't know what to believe at this point. I'm with the family though. I need to hear from Kelly directly that you are okay. Just put it on Instagram. We ain't even got to see your face. Put the voice memo out, and the rest of us can mind our business.
Kelly, Mr. Biggs, somebody. We need somebody to issue a statement. Shit.
No, but seriously, like, what's going on? Okay, let's talk about some music.
All right.
So Rihanna has some new music coming out. Are y'all excited?
Yes. I want to hear it. I do want to hear it, but I am a little bit like,
watch this whole not slap.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because she said it was going to be different. And I was like,
she said that.
She said it's gonna be a little different. I'm like, okay. But I wonder how she feels though, because she knows the anticipation for her like Navy is like up there. Yeah. But they're gonna love it probably regardless. But the critics are going to probably eat it alive.
They're ready.
It just better not be no here, nigga. Damn, y'all wanted some shit. You know, like just give us something that we're really working hard towards making good music, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll be satisfied.
I agree with
at least
that.
Give us a hot single. Give us a hot single. I'll take that.
Start us there.
Honestly, I want the album. I don't want it to be 20 songs. You do not have to overcompensate. Give me a solid 8.
Oh, I was going to say just 11.
Well, she can give us 20 if she's going to be gone forever.
Well, I'm still good on Anti. That album about 5, 6 years old
that's
now.
A good one.
Yeah,
that's why for me, if she never did music again, I'm okay because Anti was so good. So, sis, whatever you do, I hope it's good, and I definitely will go to the concert.
So no release dates, no nothing like that.
I don't think we have any of those details just yet.
Okay.
So
Rihanna definitely feels like when I'm ready, it'll be available.
Yes.
So
yes. Speaking of, final albums and stuff, Tiana Taylor has announced her farewell tour. She'll be touring, it looks like it's about 10 cities. I didn't count. But she says this is it. This is the end. So are y'all gonna be buying tickets?
Probably not.
I won't either, but I wish her the best.
Yeah.
No, really. No. I wish her the best.
I know that the people that love her really do love her. And so I know that they're sad about this. I don't know if I ever got on the, devote fan.
I always thought her music could have been a little bit better. I always thought that she had, another level to hit. And so for her to be like, this is my farewell tour, I'm like, ooh.
Maybe that E-Money is nice.
I was hoping there might have been another level to the music for you to hit before saying something like that.
No.
But how old is she?
She's like our age.
Yeah, she's like 30.
Okay.
I mean, but she got how much money? I mean, is Iman still on the league?
What is Iman worth?
Iman's still there,
but they're doing the reality
that's
thing.
That's what I'm saying. The E-Money.
No money's not an issue.
She has endorsements and stuff. She models, so that'll be fine.
Dropping shit here and there.
Look, she's probably going after the Rihanna model too.
Iman is worth $30 million according to Celebrity Net Worth.
Yeah, he's been in the league for a minute.
They are contracts.
That's why she's like, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a tour. But I'm actually done.
I'm over it. And I can't be mad at that. I will say I do like some of her music. But like you said, I never was moved enough to actually go and check her out live or something. And I've heard that it's a good show.
Yeah,
so.
Well, I would think so. She does.
You know, I feel like she would put on a great performance, but
maybe she can do the rodeo.
Like if she was hitched to somebody else on a tour, like she was like not the main person, but like no, I'm not knocking her. I'm not knocking her. Because if she's the main, I don't even know if I want to see the other people like that. Okay. But if she was like maybe the second to the last act, or even be at a festival, you know, be at one of the festivals like Bonnaroo or some shit, I might check out her set. If she was at Essence, okay, I might pop in on
she needs to be in the small room.
But if it's like, Essence, nigga, you're the one touring and...
No, I just feel like Miguel, I think they are better in intimate spaces. So like I feel you on the festival thing, but I would want it to be in a more intimate like stage and versus like, you know, I don't know, Lollapalooza kind of a thing. Like I feel like she is best in those like environments.
I agree with that because I cannot tell you like what, and this is probably really bad, I can't think about what her like really, really big songs
You Gonna
are.
Love Me, right? Is that it?
That or probably. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I feel like around what was it? I Just Fade Away. Kanye, whenever she did the video, I feel like that is when we started. Right, she didn't even have any vocals on it, right? But although she's been doing this for a long time, shout out to my Super Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Yes, me too. I've been following her for a while. And so it's just like, I'm happy that she was able to get some sort of like accolade and have a fan base and stuff. But yeah, I think it's just not for me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yes.
Did you hear what you calls touring?
Who? Doja?
Nah.
I had to ask.
No. The Fugees were gonna be.
I will not be there.
I was just.
I did not even hear that. I didn't even.
Well, for their fans, I'm happy. But
so you're not gonna be there.
No, I won't be there.
And besides
the only way I would go to that show is if it was like the first or the second show. I feel like.
By show 5 or 6.
By show 3, 4, it's gonna be.
It might start getting canceled.
Niggas gonna be feeling themselves.
Tour canceled.
Yes, we didn't make it.
But damn,
or dumb late.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm just too young. I remember the Fugees a bit, but like the later end. So like, it
was really just the score.
Is that the one with Ooh La La La?
That's it.
Okay,
well, they had an album before that, but that wasn't.
Which one is the one with the Roberta Flack sample?
That was the score.
Okay, so that's the era that I remember.
With Ready or Not, that was the score.
That's the era I remember.
It's really that one
Low-key, that's all I got.
But I was a young lad. I was maybe 5, not a lad.
Well, and I'm thinking maybe Wyclef will do his, few songs. Pras will do Ghetto Superstar. Maybe bring Maya out. Lauren... We've seen enough of your remixes. You don't really have to. I'm not
trying to hear the boom boom clap version of X Factor.
Too much time has passed. Why haven't we settled that? Too much time. People have complained enough about her in these remixes.
Look, I actually have a message for all the artists out there with your remixes. I'm sick of it. Do the song like I remember. I don't want to hear the Afrobeat version of any of your stuff, okay? I don't want to hear none of that.
You want an Afrobeat song? Maybe just do a new one. But if you're going to put some old music on, I actually hit play to hear the old music.
Yeah.
I bought the ticket to hear The Sweetest Thing like I remember.
Yeah.
Like nothing even matters like I remember. Do not hit me with the remix. Maxwell did that shit at Essence. That got me hot thinking about it again. That's how I fell asleep on the show. He did all his...
Wait, hold on.
I hate that we always got
that ain't your first time falling asleep.
I hate that we always got
It's not my first time falling asleep. I was a little gone, but it was the end of the night already. But I love Maxwell, right? And I get as an artist, especially for these songs that are like 20 years old, I get it. You probably hate this song. And so for you to keep it fresh, you got to change it up. But your fans don't care.
I can't even listen to Pretty Wings the same. Like I don't.
He switched up Pretty Wings?
No, it was just a very uninspiring performance.
Huh.
I've seen Maxwell before. He didn't try that ish when I saw him in 2010. But for whatever reason, what was that, 2016, 2017 when we went to Essence?
He was over. Now look, I get it because Pretty Wings was everywhere. It was everywhere. That 09, 2010 kind of time frame. Like I associate my freshman year with that song because it was like every event. People was like, we about to kill him with this one.
Weddings.
Yes, every event.
Yeah. No, you're right. I remember that like it was yesterday. Shout out to Maxwell, man.
I was like, how we go from Lord Hill to Maxwell, man? Sorry.
They look the same era.
Renditions.
Yes. So yeah, I hate to throw you in there, Maxwell, but you did piss me off when you did that. So don't do it again. Let's see, what else do we have? Music, Drake versus MJ debate now.
MJ next.
Tell me your what is it? What's the gin?
Yes. Without telling me your age,
Child, I tried it. I was talking to my dad. I said, have you heard people are trying to debate Michael Jackson with Drake? And he was like, who? I was like, all right, exactly. He was like, why would they just talking? I'm like, exactly. Like, what are we even talking about?
Yeah.
And I mean, in the age of social media where everybody has that accessibility and able to see that side of the celebrity, it's never going to be like that.
Well,
it was always the mystique.
Yeah.
Reason why Jordan was so big. Reason why,
that's a
Mike
really
so
good point.
That, damn, we don't have access to this dude. Michael would step out that hotel for a second, and then step right back in. It was just like shit. It
was wild compared to like we be seeing Drake on dates.
Yeah, that part.
Drake's like, I be in Houston. I'm like, I could be in Houston. Drake Day, whatever the fuck.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So, imagine Michael having a weekend where you just out at his pool party.
Just got access to him all week.
Right. Like, could you imagine being a child and having the ability to go to Neverland and coming back to school to tell your friends, like, I would, like, today's kids will never know. They'll never understand just how big Michael Jackson was. And low-key, I'm kind of on the tail end of it myself. Like, I want to say by the time I really understood who like Michael was, I may have been like 8, 9. Because I'm born in 91. So if you do the math, like, he was kind of on the, he had already peaked. Mm-hmm. So like around Rock My World and stuff, that's what, early 2000s.
I would feel like I understood probably who he was around that time, even up to like Butterflies, but knowing like that wasn't his.
Right.
That wasn't his, like, who he was.
Or, like, for you, you're moonwalking when you're 4 or 5 and stuff. Yeah, all that.
I remember watching Thriller and being scared, and I remember watching The Glove.
I mean, I watched it, but you didn't watch it in real time, though. Thriller came out before you were born.
But they were still airing that bitch on TV.
I mean, yes, I would still see that, but I'm saying, like, for my parents, like, it was a thing. They were in college when Thriller came out, and so it was like everyone gathered around to the TV. Like, it was these big moments, right? And so I did not get to live through a lot of his big stuff in real time. So like I understood, but like,
it's like I knew he was Michael Jackson, but like I guess maybe knowing the effect. I mean, I had to grow up.
Right.
For me, it was the Dangerous album when he dropped that. It was like Jackson,
you had the Moonwalker movie.
We had that on VHS.
Yeah.
Moonwalker. I had the video game on Sega. But hell, when he died, man, everybody was crying. I cried when Michael died. I was like, shit,
Yeah.
But still, at that point, I was
crying when Drake died.
18, 17. So
no offense, Drake, but
but yes, to your point,
it ain't gonna hit me like Mike.
But why even do this? Like, why even bring this up? Like, of all people, that's who we wanted to go to. We had to like pull Drake because I'm like, because of Way Too Sexy. Is that what prompted this?
I don't get it. But yes, like, I don't know if there'll ever be another Michael Jackson. If there is, my thought is that they probably will not be on social media like that to keep that level of mystique. But at this point in the game, you kind of have to use social media to
get your audience built.
Right. So, I mean, I think that maybe somebody could come close to doing his numbers. But in regards to like fandom, like star power, celebrity, I don't know if they'll ever be like.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got too much access to these people. I mean,
yeah.
Y'all be steady shitting on these niggas.
What you mean?
Know, like, man, people always making fun of Drake, always coming for Drake. So it's like, anytime a celebrity can be made fun of and capped on, social media holds no punches. You know what I mean? So, like with Mike, well, aside from like, the child allegations and stuff like that, it was like everybody loved Mike. We loved Michael, but
yeah,
y'all know my vote.
Also to kind of segue, but not really. I saw a tweet talking about like buying a CD and not knowing that it was going to be like trash, and so you basically spent like $17 or whatever. Yeah. And so thinking of Michael and like how you had to literally go out to the store to buy the CD or whatever versus just streaming it. Like, again, there's not going to be a way that we'd be able to compare, because for this last Drake album, if we did not have the ability to just stream this music on our phone, I can't say I would have gone out to buy the album.
That would have, it would have had to have been the culture, right?
The single. Where's the single?
What do you mean?
To buy the single.
I'm going to buy an album, single 1 better slap.
Yeah.
Single 2 better slap.
Yeah.
And even then, shit, it's like, damn, that dropped. I only got, somebody got to go, And then it wasn't until a while when they would let you preview the shit in Sam Goodies or whatever the fuck. So before then, you just had to, hear my 20-something,
Ain't that something? We've come a long
way. We have come so far in a short amount of time. Yeah. Like, even thinking about us listening to them big iPods. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I remember when that was coming out, and I just thought it was so revolutionary. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Ooh, that iPod.
That iPod was as big as this phone, just about.
Look, I will never forget. I was in high school. I didn't get an iPod until later on, like maybe my junior or senior year, something like that. But this girl that rode my bus had an iPod, and I guess like she just let me use it every day. And I was like, thanks.
We really used to be doing that.
Because she had it when she was at home. I didn't have one. She's like, here you go.
Oh,
I used to listen to it on the bus.
No.
Can I listen? Is it my turn? Okay.
Yeah. We'll have a lot of guest stories to tell the grandkids.
Yeah, once I bought that first iPod, though, oh man, I ain't, man, my CD buying was gone.
Say it again. Yeah.
I didn't have no Nano. The shuffle, wait.
Oh, you had the box.
I needed the space. The whole thing. I needed my 128 fucking gigs to put all my shit on that motherfucker.
iPod.
That's the one my friend had, but I had the little one.
Yeah, I don't even know if I ever had an Apple Pod situation.
Yeah, like a Zune.
I had a Zune later, but at first I just had a generic like MP3 player. Zune was ahead of its time.
Yeah, MP3 player.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I had an MP3. I may have had a shuffle or something, but you couldn't see the song. You had to just go based off of
I ain't no shuffle
the load.
Nigga, man.
I think I may have had a shuffle.
No,
maybe I don't remember.
But some people love shuffle.
Yeah, but no, that Zune changed the game. I think I had the Zune around like 2007.
Shout out to Apple.
Protecting
the brand. They didn't protect this brand since.
Well, the iPod brought them back. You think?
What you mean?
Or was it the iPhone?
Oh, when they had the iPhone.
That's when the iPhone. No, the iPhone 3 probably, because that was around the time.
3?
Well, they were building, but I think at that point, if you didn't have like the 3, it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like you were looked down on at that point, because before it was like a.
I think I came in on the 4.
I think I came in on the 4 or the 5.
I was BlackBerry.
Somewhere around that time.
I
had
poor.
A Droid. I had a Droid. Man, I'll never forget that little slide up.
Yeah, the Sidekick.
I didn't have the Sidekick. Okay. I had a Verizon. It was maybe like chocolate. I don't know. I can't remember.
Like, I did have a slide. I think I did have that.
Yeah, it was like you slid it up, but it was still a touch screen.
Yeah,
so
I had that too. I had the ones that would slide up too. Man, shout out to Stephanie. She never let me have like the hot phone.
I had nothing on time.
It was nothing. It was which phone comes free.
Right. Yeah. Because they used to have a little upgrade. So, can she get an upgrade? It's free? Okay.
Yeah.
You can have the Razor in 09.
The razor.
Okay. That's. I will say this. I did have a razor before it became a thing. Before they made the pink ones and mass produced, I did have a razor, and you couldn't tell me that's because of Kobe. Kobe had got the next thing real quick, and he gave me the razor. So I was studying in 8th grade. Like
I had the pink one. So Ryzen thought they was doing something because Singular, I think, had that bright pink one, and then Ryzen said, here's the soft pink one. So
my dear.
So people know, like, here's a different color, so we know you on this network.
Yes. Oh, what a time! What a time!
I was telling you about the Windows. I mean the Google phone. It's a flip phone, and that open up like that.
Oh yes, I've seen this.
That motherfucker is nice.
You gonna get it?
No, I'm like Apple. Apple. Y'all
I got a good idea for y'all.
Because you ain't got to worry about. Granted, you still probably want a case, but you close that bitch and you ain't got to worry about it just damaging if you drop it.
Look, Apple will come out with it in a couple of years, and then the drawer people will be like, "We've been had this.
Yeah.
We've had this 3 years ago."
Yeah.
But now they on FaceTime, so.
Wait. Okay, so are they? Because I know I tried to FaceTime an Android person. That shit didn't work. I was like, y'all lying. Y'all are fucking lying. Or is it the new iPhone?
You probably got to get the new phone, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they need a new phone, too. Like an update. I haven't looked into it.
Get off my phone, please.
Shut up.
But yeah.
I can't wait. I need to get back to it.
Yeah.
Because the that don't really just hit the same.
It don't hit the same.
No, it don't. Because it's silent.
Oh, shit, she hung up on me.
You don't know if the call dropped. No, I need a slam.
Yeah. There was times I would slam in the phone, but would
hang up.
Just mad.
That was the thing. Like, even when you close down the little ones that slid up, the phone was still on.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay, y'all. We're gonna move on to the verses. This is a good nostalgic thing. So the verses this week, we're gonna talk about Jenny Mai. She just announced this week that she and Jeezy Jenkins are expecting. They have not announced the sex, but people suspect it's a boy because she wore like a blue dress or something. Anyways, this is surprising news for a lot of people who have been following Jenny for some time, because she stated that she left her marriage, her first marriage, because her husband wanted children and she did not. So I guess the question is,
wasn't she the one that had the statement about black
have fun. I'm surprised that she made it past that. I think people were really upset, but I guess after a while we just let I don't know. I think we kind of just let things go after a while. But
yeah, I'd even argue that like cancel culture and just people being upset in general oftentimes comes to like likability. So Jenny Mai seems to be a likable girl. She's cool. She know a little something she'll throw in. She was this and that in the 90s and listening to Bone Thugs, whatever. And so she has made statements about that and whatnot. So, you give people a pass. She's cute. I think if she had been white with blonde hair, people may have been a little bit more outraged. But, she's Asian, so people give her a pass. You know what? At the end of the day, congratulations to the two of them.
Yeah.
People are able to change their mind if they need to.
Yeah, she seems happy about it. And with all the dirt that's coming up with the husband, or I'm sorry, the ex-husband and the, I guess, current wife.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
All the random old stuff about them saying, don't talk to. Oh my God, I'm not gonna misquote it because it came off really, really bad. But it was basically when all of this stuff was first coming out, and I guess they were being painted one way, and they were having like text message conversations, and the girl was like, he doesn't want me to talk to anyone, in the brown community because it's going to be seen a different way, and blah blah blah. Wow. So like, they had a lot of bad press along the news, but it's like from old stuff, from what I understand, from when all of this stuff first came out.
Now, how did that leak?
I guess whoever she was talking to leaked it because it's text messages.
Okay. Dang.
That means they kept it for however many years it's been, like 5, maybe 4, something like that.
Wow.
But yeah.
But versus.
Well, I guess that is the verses. Are you able to change your mind on something like that? If you were to date somebody and you guys didn't work out, married or not, and there was a conversation of, them not ever wanting to have children, and then 2 to 4 years later, they pop up expecting, would you feel a certain way? Do you have a right to feel a certain way?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on how stuck on her I was, how in love I may have been over her. You know what I mean?
So
like if we were about to get married, engaged, and the only thing that stopped us from getting married.
Y'all are married.
And you accepted the fact that she didn't want kids.
And then we got divorced, right?
And then you got divorced.
And now she's with somebody else and she's about to have a kid.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, was the divorce really contingent upon, damn it, I want a child, and you don't want a child, and you're not going to change your mind even though you said no?
For shits and giggles, we'll say yes.
Then, yeah, I'm going to feel a certain type of way about it.
You going to pen a letter?
No, I'll just text her, you bitch. You pregnant bitch. And then I'm deleting her out of the
block. Don't
worry about it. All right. I guess grown, mature Solomon should just be like, you know what? It wasn't in God's plans. If it wasn't for you, it's not for you. But I still would at least want to be like, oh no, you gon' I need to at least get closure on my end. Damn your response. I'm gonna just delete you right after I shoot that text and block you.
Absent any kind of things kind of just happening, like maybe this just popped up and she was like, well, I'm not going to terminate or anything like that. I mean, do you think there is a thing of her feeling like that wasn't the right person for her to have a child with? Or is it just too early?
Well,
I'm wondering.
Or if that's the case, say that.
Well, we don't know what happened.
Right.
I think it's very odd that is, well, yes.
Come on now.
But I'm saying in regards to Jenny, I don't know why somebody would get married to somebody if one wanted kids and the other did not. So to me, it sounds like somebody must have changed their mind throughout the process of the marriage, either in agreement of one thing or another, or thought that they were okay with one thing and then throughout time realized, actually, I don't want to have a kid with your ass.
I think it could have been something like that. But maybe even slightly different, where it was just like, I never saw myself having kids, but that's not a no. Mm-hmm. And so he probably was like, I can accept that. And as we kind of grow, maybe that'll change.
Things will change. People change their mind all the time.
Right. People change their mind all the time.
I have to assume it wasn't a hard no.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I actually thought watching Jenny and Jeezy, I was just like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a kid. Only because I just have this feeling. I think Jeezy for sure has a grown child, either in college or graduated from college. But I just was getting that feeling. And people are really in love.
Felt like they had really good chemistry. I don't know.
I've never seen them out.
Oh, but you're not on Instagram.
Oh.
She used to post some stuff, and I guess I would see other people reposting it.
Yeah, I might even follow her. She was at the Verses.
What?
She was at the Verses.
Shut up.
You could hear her in the background too. She was supporting her man.
That's cool. All right.
So, I think for me, if I did not want to have children, I would not marry somebody who did want to have children and vice versa. And I think that if you guys agree to have children at the beginning or to not have children at the beginning, you definitely have the right to change your mind throughout the process. But it's just funky to me. And I honestly think that they did not get divorced because of the children thing. I think it had to have been just other stuff happening, because I just,
even with all of the mess with the other girl, like it seemed messy, and it didn't seem to be like, oh, we have to part ways because we have different. No, it seemed messy.
There's other stuff here, and we're just gonna use the baby thing to just save face for everybody so that we all can move on with our lives. We'll just say it's because I didn't want to have a child and you did. Because, she has talked about it on the show. I have seen moments where they're just like, you don't want to have children or this, children or that. And she was very adamant about, no, I don't want to have kids. So,
look,
maybe.
For her, right time, right person too. Like, things are great. I think this would be a great situation.
Yes,
maybe that's part of it.
This lovely baby, whatever, out of our love.
Yeah.
You know, you love to see it. I guess.
Change your heart. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yes, and she is also in her 40s, so shout out to her.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Have a nice.
That's what people are saying. They're like, "Oh, she wanted a mixed baby." I mean, what now? Granted, her first husband was white.
They was still gonna be.
It was still gonna be mixed, but they said she wanted a black baby. But that's people. You know, it's always gonna be people.
I'm gonna give her a little credit. I'm gonna say it wasn't that. Yeah. She loved that man.
She loves that man. So congratulations. Honestly, congratulations to us for finishing in a decent amount of time.
Oh.
Not too much over.
Okay, not too over.
Okay. If you like what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said, We Said. Any final thoughts?
That's it. I couldn't think of nothing.
Me neither. Bye.